Hello, I'm Richard Vobes, the Bald Explorer. This is the second half of a walk that I'm doing on the South Downs here in East Sussex. Lewes is just that side of me to the east. Falmer and Brighton is to the west, and I've been in walk one, walking up from the A27 north through a lovely bit of woodland and then up here onto the downs, and I'm now heading westwards through this tiny little fence area and gate. But actually, if I come over here, you'll see that the fence area and gate actually do not go anywhere. Presumably at one time this vast field was a smaller field, and as is typical of farming today, the gates and fences have been pulled up, hedgerows have been pulled up so that farmers can have bigger fields to farm, so they can maximize their profits. I'm not going to bang on about that in this video. I did a bit of that in the other one. So down there is where I came from. That copse just beyond me, and I'm heading up this way. So let's enjoy this wonderful early morning walk. It's about 7:45. The sun is shining. It must be the hottest day so far, which is why I've got this hat on. It is already very hot. I'm glad I'm on the way back, because by 9:30 it's going to be roasting. Gosh, it is warm. In this field they've very generously put little oases in the field. I don't know, I suppose in modern farming you have to do that now. This little tiny strip, it's almost, you know, it's almost so small and minor that it's almost pointless. It seems to me, just along here, where the trees, the hawthorn tree there and what have you. It is a bit of an oasis, of course, but it's basically weeds. It's not particularly nutritious plants, wildflowers. There's no bird's foot trefoil, no yellow rattle, yarrow, any of the good stuff. It's got stinging nettles and just ryegrass that's been allowed to grow, and of course some trees there, some alder and hawthorn. And that's it. I don't want to have to keep criticising. I don't want to be critical of it. But these little oases could be, if you're going to have them, make them something really to be proud of. You know, there's the odd cabbage white. There's a couple of butterflies down there. I can't really get them on my GoPro. There's just, you know, a small amount, and yet this could be teeming. It could be teeming with wildlife. It really could. It's so disappointing. The hawthorn here, in its red berries, look at that, it's beautiful. That is beautiful. I do like hawthorns. I think they're an amazing hedgerow tree, and they supply all these berries and stuff, food for the winter, for the wildlife. Right, I'm now heading south, back towards my car, about a mile or so. Got more of the downs to the north behind me. A bit of a scrubland here with some wildflowers. I guess that's quite nice. Poppies and various things in that field. So that's something. Now, as I head back, I should come to Balmer Farm, I think it's called. Just before that was a medieval village. The site of a medieval village, it says on the OS map. There won't be anything to see. Presumably there is some earthworks, but you may only be able to see them from aeroplane footage, probably pictures that were taken in the 40s and 60s before too much of this was ploughed over, and actually the ground plan of the medieval village has disappeared. Presumably the farm, I'm guessing, would have been the manor house with the manor farm, possibly of Balmer. But so much time, of course, has passed since then. So we've got this white chalky lane, which will be, I think, the route all the way back. But that's okay. All of these different tracks make up the overall beauty and interest of a walk. Let's have a look at some of the field of poppies. Normally I'm quite hot on this. On the map I'll see a trig and I'll think, oh, I've got to go and see that. Well, there's a trig just over here. Let's go and quickly cross through it. We've got to go through this field, unfortunately. This field seems to be pretty much abandoned. I reckon this is either just putting nutrients back in, which if it is, that's great, or the crop is there for animal feed, but I don't know. I think this is just a self-seeded. Look at all this ryegrass that we've got to go through. But there is the trig. Let's traipse through here. And there it is. Look at that. And a little bit of mallow round here in front of the trig. That's really nice. And those that want the numbers, this is number 4002. So there we are. And now our medieval village should be just somewhere down there. And in the distance, we can just see Brighton. So we're right above Brighton. Right, let's get back onto the road. I'm just back on the lane here, heading south now towards my car, which is parked right at the bottom. It's not too far to go. And this field on my left, on the map, according to the map, this is where it is. Medieval village. And you can't see any indication of it. Of course, medieval village. I mean, what time are we talking about? We're talking sort of 1300s, aren't we? And beyond. And if the farm was the manor house, these guys are working for the farm, no doubt. And probably this was a three-field system up here. Three-field system being one's in production, well, two are in production, and one is resting. The essence of rotation and actual good husbandry, good farming. But that seems to have gone out the window now. Now everything is just one massive, great field. So little field from the medieval period. It would be great to fly my drone here, but of course you can't do that. It's private property. Here he goes with his lambs or something. Lambs onto the farm. You can smell the hay. It is a lovely smell. Just come, oops, just a little further south now, and there's all this rough ground here with lumps and bumps on it. Very difficult to tell. I'm not an archaeologist by any means, so I may have got things wrong, inevitably do. But this, because it is rough ground and because there's odd bits of trees and various things, maybe this is where the village was, because you've got this lane, and the chances are the lane went through the village. And why would you put a new lane in? Probably the lane has existed for ages and it goes up there, and it may have been an old droving route where sheep and cattle were driven not by vehicle but by foot. We drove on this old lane across the downs, possibly pigs as well, to the north where there would have been more trees in medieval times. Right, I'm on the last little leg of the journey now. It's just down this lane, which will take me to the lane off the A27 that I parked my car, and that's the walk complete. This is quite nice, just going through this little bit of woodland here to cool off. And I can hear the roar of the traffic. My car is just over there. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to follow, like and subscribe. Leave a comment. I've made some various contentious remarks in this walk. If you care to question me, challenge me, ask for my sources, that sort of thing. A nice peppercorn sauce is always good. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, become a patron, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye bye for now. Bye bye. Whew.